pleasure to be speaking with you both. Jasmine, two-parter. How are you, and how much of Maxine is there in the human being?
Yeah. I love it. I'm great. I'm so happy to be speaking with you today. How much of Maxine is there in me? I mean, that's a dangerous question, but I'm going to say 95%. Probably 95%. You haven't, now most people only see about 60%, but it's 95%. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Torrey, I've seen you before in a lot of different things, which I'll ask about in a little bit, but how are you, and how much of Jack is there in the human being that I'm talking with right now?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm great. Thanks for asking. Jack is a very evil and conniving person. So I don't think it's 95. Might be a little lower, but it can creep up every now and then and rear its ugly head. But no, I choose parts of me that I don't like, and I use those to be that person. And so I try to keep those things obviously parked where they belong, in a suitcase under the bed and not brought out into real life. But I get it's a blessing to be able to pull those things out and use them in a character on screen. So I would say there's a part of me that's Jack, but I couldn't guess at a percent. But he's there. He's there.
It's a very different character than what you played on Detroiters. Can we compromise at that?
Yeah, I mean, Detroiters is one of the best comedy shows that I've ever done, and it was a blast. So yeah, completely different kind of person. But underneath, I still use parts of me that aren't likable, and I did in that show as well. Mm-hmm. And I do like making use of that part of me when I have it as an art form rather than letting it mess up people's lives in my reality. So yeah.
Well, Jasmine, adding to what he just said, isn't it usually the people who play the bad guys in real life are the nicest people that you do want to deal with long term?
Yes, 100%. He's a sweetheart.
I'm a darling. Yeah.
Right now,
yeah.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. So 5% is right now.
Yeah. Right now. No, I mean, I said 95% for Maxine because I think she's cool. I mean, you gotta idolize the people that you're playing. You can't judge them. So even if she does some like untoward stuff, I'm like, she has a reason. Mm-hmm. There's always a reason. Yeah.
Well, Jasmine, how did you come into the show? Because when you're talking about big shows like this, sometimes there's cattle call auditions. Sometimes somebody knew a prior role of yours, like that person's perfect. I don't know your backstory for this show.
Oh, I actually don't know how they found me. I mean, they found me as the but maybe, I don't know, maybe they saw me do some other shows where I also tote a gun and I run very, very fast. But no, I had an initial audition with Sherman and Damien, and they were like, ooh, come back for Maxine. Come play this part. They saw something in me that I wasn't sure what Maxine was about or what she was doing. And then I found out in that callback, and then it happened after the strike. They were like, hey, do you want to be a part of the show? And I was like, absolutely. So yeah, I'm just happy I'm here.
Well, throwing it back here to Torrey, with the Jack character, how much do you know in advance of the script?
Very good question, because very little, as was told in our instance. We got shows are shot 2 at a time. So block 1 is episodes 1 and 2, and there were 5 blocks. So I'm in the first episode and the last 5 episodes. So I sat around for many weeks going like, when am I going to know what I'm playing? And then you finally get the block episodes and you read them real quickly and you make your adjustments on the fly. So you are in suspense. And I didn't know what was happening in the last 2 episodes in the last block until about a week and a half before we shot. So you end up not playing anything that would tip a hand because you don't know how you're going to turn out. And that's kind of par for the course in the series. So it's exciting. It's not what most actors like, but I actually ended up kind of digging it because, I just play open end and be with the character and play in the moment that I'm in and trust that what I'm saying is true.
So what I've just learned before I let you go is we are in a suspense just like you all are on camera.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time and looking forward to what's coming next from both of you.
Thank you so for having us.
Paltrow.